You got promoted because you were really good at your job, but managing people, that's a whole different job, and nobody told you the rules were different now. Today, we're talking about the top 5 mistakes that most managers make without even realizing it. These are mistakes that slowly chip away at your team's trust before you even notice. If you're a new manager and learning as you go, this video's for you. Let's start with the one that trips up almost every new manager. And honestly, it makes total sense why it happens. The first mistake is doing the work instead of leading the work. You were the go-to person on your team, so whenever something goes wrong, your first move is to jump in and fix it. And it works at first. But here's what your team is thinking. They don't trust us. Or even worse, why bother figuring it out if they're just going to take it over anyways? This is a trap. You're still doing your old job instead of your new one. Every time you step in and take over, you're teaching your team not to think for themselves. But the good news is the fix is simple. What to do instead is ask before you act. So the next time your employee comes to you with an issue, ask them, what have you tried so far? That one question starts turning your team into people who can actually solve things on their own. Okay, but this next one, nobody talks about it because it actually feels like you're doing the right thing. The second mistake is being too nice too fast. You want your team to like you. That's normal. So in the beginning, you say yes a lot, let small stuff slide, and skip hard talks because you're still getting to know each other. But here's the problem. You're not just setting a tone, you're setting the standard. Whatever you let go in month 1, that becomes normal by month 6. New managers think being liked means going along with everything, but it actually doesn't. It means being someone your team can count on to be the same every single day. And here's the thing, your team doesn't need a best friend at work. They need a manager who's fair, clear, and means what they say. You can still be kind and hold people to a standard. Those first 2 show up pretty early, but this next one is sneaky because it actually looks like you're being a good manager. The next mistake is treating everyone exactly the same. Being fair doesn't mean treating everyone the exact same way. It means making sure everyone has what they need to do their job well. Think about it. If your strongest team member gets the same amount of hand-holding as someone brand new, they're going to check out. And if your newest person gets left alone the same way that most experienced person does, they're going to struggle and wonder why no one's helping. Same treatment for everyone isn't fair, and it actually creates a lot of confusion early on. So instead of treating everyone the same, start paying attention to what drives each person, how do they like to get feedback, and who needs more check-ins versus who needs to be left alone. That's not playing favorites. That'll actually make your job as a manager much easier. This next one is a little uncomfortable because it's about a talk you probably already know you need to have, but keep putting off. The next mistake is watering down feedback. When an employee does something wrong, new managers usually drop hints, and they add so many of those, but you're doing so great, comments around the real issue that the person walks away thinking everything is fine. Fast forward to 3 months later, and that issue turns into a big deal. And that employee is shocked, and they think, why didn't anybody say anything? They did, but it was just buried so deep in compliments that the message never actually got through. And here's the thing, holding back honest feedback isn't about being nice. It's actually letting that person down. So the next time you need to give someone feedback, keep it simple. Say what the problem is, be specific, and be respectful. You're not trying to make them feel good in the moment. You're trying to help them actually get better. And this last one, this is the one that quietly knocks your credibility faster than anything else. The last mistake is acting like you have all the answers. You're the manager now, so it feels like you should always have an answer. Like not knowing something makes you look weak, but it actually doesn't. The managers people trust the most aren't the ones who know everything. They're the ones who are honest enough to say, I don't know, but I'll find out, and then they actually do it. When you fake confidence you don't have, your team can feel it. And over time, they stop coming to you with real problems because they already expect a response that doesn't really help. So here's the takeaway. I don't know, let's figure it out later is one of the most powerful things you can say. So definitely use it the next time you don't know the answer to something. If you've made any of these mistakes, it doesn't mean you're a bad manager. The managers who grow the fastest aren't the ones who never mess up. They're the ones who catch it early and fix it. And the fact that you're watching this, that already puts you ahead, and your team is lucky to have someone who actually cares enough to get better. If this one hit home, go watch this video next. It builds right on top of what we just talked about. And if you want more real talk about leadership, consider subscribing. I'll see you in the next one.